Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. In the last episode we were poodling around on, Great Rift 45, Torment 10. Let's just jump into game and I'll show you what's happened off camera. Now firstly I should probably apologise because I have the worst cold at the moment. We had our office Christmas party just the other day and one of the people that came along to it had been travelling internationally, picked up a cold, and they decided to share it with everyone else. Okay, I've not actually moved anything across specifically, so let's just go straight in. And what do we have? We have a spare Shrouded Mask for potentially re-rolling. We have a spare Harness of Truth, which, if I bring it across here and scroll down, gives us a little bit more damage without the gems in. Will give us, well, a reduced amount of toughness, but we can still potentially re-roll maybe the Hydra damage into Vitality. There's things that we can do with this. So we're going to be using that. We have spare Fierce Gauntlets to re-roll. We have another Shame of Delcir, although that one's definitely going to be the one that we end up re-rolling. We have spare Leg Guards of Mystery, and we have some Ancient Striders of Destiny, and these are just plain better. We're going to roll the movement speed off them, of course, but we're definitely going to end up using those. And we have a spare Triumvirate as well, so we've found some good things. We've also gained a hell of a lot of Paragon levels with our other character, enough that we can actually burn all the way through these life per hits. And then we're probably going to start on area damage because we want to keep our kill speed up. Over here, we're going to go for the maximum arcane power. That's going to allow us to keep doing the arcane orb as much as possible. And then we're going to split between these two because we want survivability and killability. Next up is going to be the critical hit chance. That's shooting up, and then probably attack speed because that's going to be hilarious to bring our spectral blade up even further. And oh my god, so much life. Look at that, that's insane. And then armor on top of that, because who doesn't love crazy amounts of toughness? I mean, hell, we're already up to 18 million toughness. We put that down, it's 37 million, and then that's putting our shield up so high. Right, so we're going to go and do some re-rolling first of all. And I'm desperately going to try and not sneeze at you too much. Okay, so Hydra damage needs to go. We're going to get Vitality instead of that. Yeah. We're going to keep the sockets. 632 Vitality is not the best. But it's better than that. Come on, we can get it above 640. And at the moment, it will be a massive improvement over the other one that we have. But I do want that to be taking full advantage. But 642, that will do. Okay, and for these, we're going to re-roll the movement speed into, I think, probably armor is going to be the best. Although life per second is not a bad call, it's not a huge amount. What's our life recovery like at the moment anyway? Life per second is pretty big. That's... it will improve our shield because of the... oh, we don't have multiple Wildebeest Gizzard on this one. Well, in that case, it's kind of pointless. We've got decent life per hit, and it's not really going to be a fragment of that. So, armor. Increase our actual resistances. I think that's what we're going to go for. So, we want 516... Typically, we get pretty damn close to perfect on that. Well, we'll keep that until we get the armor one pop up. 446. What could that go up to? 516. So if we can get above 500, then I'll be pretty happy with that. 510. Oh, that is that is almost perfect for what we want. So a hell of a lot of toughness, a bit less recovery, but I would say that's worth it. And not only that, we're also getting more experience. 254 instead of 152, and we've got more lightning resistance, so overall it is just better. Those are going to go back in the cube in a moment. Let's get the gems swapped over properly. So remove the gems from this, put them in down here, and put that up. Now we need winter dye so that these look correct, and we're going to have to do some transmogging as well. Two of these. That's not what I wanted to do. Two of these. That one goes on there, and that one goes on there. Now, these didn't have a transmog. These transmog of ascended armor. Wait, transmog. There we go. That's what I wanted. Ascended armor, and now we look like ourselves again. Okay. Boots go down there, and chest goes there. Now we have a couple of Greater Rift Keystones, so we can keep pushing our gems up. I'm trying to keep them nice and even at the moment. They're up to 43 each. It probably won't take as much to push them to 50. So let's not go for 51. That's what my other character's doing at the moment. Let's go for 46, and we'll empower it. And we should get decent chances on each of these. So fingers crossed I remember how this character plays properly. Pop, pop, pop. Whoa, that was quite painful.
Still waiting.
A bit more instant pain than I was expecting there, I think. Which is fine, we can work with it. It's just, you know, getting back in the swing of it and not dying horribly.
Need more time.
And obviously doing enough arcane orbs to be able to drop the cooldown of slow time. We are making good progress through this though.
Not ready yet.
So yeah, this character probably at the moment, if I was playing it properly, we could be running at Greater Rift 50. My other one's Greater Rift 50 as well, so I think mostly it's about Paragon levels at the moment and finding ancient equipment. Because we've got nice stuff, but the stuff that we've got is nowhere near perfect. I found Grandma Baldy's gift as well, and I want more of those for certain. Get some decent area killing done. Most of this character's survivability comes from being able to attack so frequently and building up that shield. Yeah, we've got some decent stuff going on with the Halo Carini and the slow time. But 43 million toughness is not a stupidly crazy large amount, so we do need to be careful about how we go. That being said, a little bit of gear tweaking, and I reckon that we would be storming through this without any difficulty. And this that we're doing at the moment is all going to be helping with our leveling and stuff. Running Greater Rifts is definitely where the experience lies at this level. We are not, however, going to face tank any of those. while I do have confidence in the ability to survive them quite nicely, no. It's just not worth taking the risk. I mean, you end up getting a waller, you end up getting a frozen vortex, and someone's just going to pull you back. And what I've been looking at the different new items that are going to be coming next season, ones that have just started showing up on the public test round, and there's so many cool lightning based ones. I feel like I did the lightning build one season too early, and in a way it's nice because I've shown that it's possible. I've shown that it's even practical for this season before they've introduced any of these extra ultra fancy things, like the new Wizard Hat Velvet Caramel, Velvet Caramel, which that's an electrocute one, which doubles the number of mobs that your electrocute can jump to. Can you imagine if we had that earlier with Mike and Paula Pate when we were doing our electrocute section? In fact, that would make a very, very nice Legacy of Nightmares electrocute build. Normally I'd go for something like an Ancient Leoric's Crown and socket, well, anything in there, depending on if I needed like 46% extra life, or super cooldowns, or anything like that. You know, you'd tailor it specific to the build that you're trying to do. But having an Ancient Velvet Caramel and being able to blast, I guess, equivalent 40 mobs with electrocute as part of the Legacy of Nightmares set, that would be a stupidly huge amount of damage, especially as it's bouncing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Not very good at individual boss killing, but as soon as they start summoning mobs, that build would be practical and would work quite well, I'd say. Yeah, not a fan of huge exploding things that burn through my shield while I've got nothing really to attack. Obviously, Cormac is doing okay with his Covenant's Criterion. We still haven't put a socket in that. Still haven't put a gem in the socket. Mostly, I'm waiting until we get the freeze of deflection from. I don't want to invest stuff in him while there's still more that we can be doing for ourselves. And he's doing okay with the amount of power control and stuff that he's pulling up anyway, so let's just refresh these while we've got a challenge island. It's important to keep your buffs up. And it's important to keep everyone under slow time. All you guys at the back, there you go. Right through the middle. I do love that Spectral Blade can hit more than one thing at once. It's not an electrocute by any sense, but it does look very fun. Just like... Well, I suppose it's whiff after you've killed everything and it's not hitting a target, but you get what I mean. Okay, let's blast these guys a little bit more. Ooh, excuse me. That may happen a few times throughout the day. I do apologise in advance. Normally I'd turn away and cover my face, but in the middle of a greater rift, that ain't gonna happen. I'm not taking my fingers off these keys for love nor money. And certainly not to stop myself sneezing. Yeah, 1.3 million health, 1 billion shield. Yeah, you can pull me in closer if you want, guys. You've got nothing that makes me afraid. Mortar Vortex, well, maybe the frozen. Let's stop just a little bit. Put that down just in case. Grab these bits. definitely making good time here. And it is amazing how the different classes play. I mean, my brother Matrix was theory crafting on how fast he could get Spectral Blade to go, and we managed to get it up to something like 4 attacks per second, just with some paper napkin maths work. And that in itself would be very different to this. I mean, this build, we could make it more efficient in so many more ways, but we're trying to keep it as thematic as possible. The Wreath of Lightning is not the most practical thing for this build in any way, shape or form. Simplicity's strength is good for it. It's definitely good because it improves the damage, but it may not be the best one that we want. Hell, swapping over Wreath of Lightning for the Gem of Toxin, or something that includes which is the one that includes Pain Enhancer, makes critical hits force bleeding, and then each of those, let's back off a little bit, and each of those makes your attack speed go up by 3%. That would give us a huge increase in potential damage output. But it wouldn't be lightning based, it wouldn't be lightning themed. So maybe, like, if they announce the end of the season, I'll end up switching over or something like that. But we're going to keep as well lightning themed as we can, I'd say. Hey, man, Carver. Wow, look at his health beat down. He's probably face tank. No, not really. Face tank a lot of things, but we do need to be sensible about this. Especially because one of our survivability things is that we have a buffer shield. Now that is one thing that I was thinking about. At the moment we're using Posterior Wrist Guards. We could almost certainly swap them over for something else. But that went pretty well. 4 minutes 57 seconds. I reckon we can up that difficulty a bit. Now, what are we going to do? Oh, I just realised we're not using Bane of the Stricken. That's the other thing we could swap the Wreath of Lightning over for. And that is possibly the one thing that we might end up doing later. Just because the later Rift Guardians, you do need to be really increasing the amount of damage you do against them. And not Bane of the Powerful. Do I have a spare? Yeah, Bane of the Stricken. Each attack increases the amount of damage it takes by 1%. If you're attacking 3 times per second, you do that 30 times. All of a sudden, it's taking double damage from everything you do. It really adds up quickly. But we don't need to do that just yet. So let's carry on boosting Simplicity Strength. In fact, let's push this as high as we can. Well, that was a couple at least. And head back to town. I'll also talk about my current season journey objectives at the moment. Still going to do a level 70 Rift at Torment 12 within 6 minutes. That's a long way off. With our other character, we've managed to get gems up to 45. Actually, we've managed to get them up to 51, 51, and 52, so that's going quite well. We need to do a conquest. We'll probably end up doing that as part of Monday Night Gaming once Matrix has got his broadband fixed again. Rakanoth at Torment 13 and Ariane at Torment 13. Those two should be relatively straightforward once we're operating at that level. And using Kanai's Cube to augment an Ancient Legendary with a level 30 plus gem, that's Countersands Despair. And once we've got our gems on this character up to probably 50 each, I think that's what we'll start working on. Another Paragon level, that goes in Vitality, give us a little bit more survivability. Yeah, Spare Harness of Truth, Lidless Wall, Saffron Wrap, Ouroboros. Right, what are you using at the moment? You're using Kimbo's Gold. We could put the S of Johan on him, but I don't think that would be as useful as what we've got. Each of those gets salvaged up, and let's have a very quick look in here. Because I found Ashnagar's Blood Bracers, and that's going to improve the potency of my shields by 90%. That is actually pretty good for this build. That is one of the things that I was seriously considering. So we're going to put that in. And now the big question is, how do we get our shield to refresh? I think we need to take damage for it. We'll keep this back in here to potentially swap back to. Actually, let's put it down there. Still got one Greater Rift keystone, so let's run in and do that, and then we'll grab another couple of keystones. So we're going to up this to 47 and test out these new shields.
Are you ready?
So that means every single attack we get a shield of nearly 8% of our life, which is nearly 100,000. Oh my god, so much shield! Jeezy crazy! Oh yeah, 1.7 million shield. Also, apologies if you can hear the sniffing. I'm trying not to do it, but it can be a reflex at times.
Your defenses are nothing.
Now, if only there was something that improved your attack by the amount of shield that you had. That would be kind of funny. Ooh, blimey. I highly recommend not getting a cold around Christmas time. It is quite honestly the worst.
You dare attack me? Not ready yet.
Okay, here's an actual mob. Focus on the minions first, and then we'll go after Infectious the Ghast as usual. Let's back off a little bit. Put a full shield on us.
I wish I could do that.
We will teleport the hell out of that, because getting frozen and not being able to attack means no shield. Damn annoying guy. The other option, of course, is the Ancient Parthenon Defenders, which we have on our other character at the moment. They're good. They improve your toughness based on the number of stunned mobs nearby, and when you're doing as much lightning damage and stun as I am, that's going to be a hell of a lot of increase. But for the moment, we'll keep on these and see how these play out.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Hell, if we had it as only a Spectral Blade build, we could be using Acolyte Cura. And further decreasing damage ally, although I'd need to rejig the equipment significantly in order to manage that. Although the shield actually gets up to 2.3 million now that we've taken enough damage to burn for our galvanizing ward. Yeah, that's a lot. That's good.
The mighty adversary is before us.
There's the last one. Focus on him. Whittle his health down really quickly. Oh, bloody hell. Now I see you, Mr. Lurker, shielding. That's just totally cheating. Won't save you forever though. Probably won't even save you for long enough. Attack your friend behind you and kill you just through collateral damage.
Your grave awaits.
Getting area damage up on this character with so many quick attacks of a reasonable amount is definitely going to be a good thing. And for me, that's the fun of the higher paragon levels. I mean, yes, you're improving your intelligence and your vitality, and there is always going to be main stat that you can add, but the utility of the other bits that I don't move on to until I hit Paragon 400, you don't realise quite how much of a difference they can make. Obviously they're not a priority, but once you start switching to them, it's like moving into another gear with a character at times. An item that makes Spectral Blade attack in all directions would also be hilarious. I don't see them putting that in anytime soon though. Right, let's find out where we're supposed to be going. I think it'll be up this way. Interestingly enough, this also means that both of my endgame characters don't use teleport, which is really, really unusual for me. I'm so used to having a get out of death, run away tactic, and neither of them have managed it. Power pylons, don't mind if I do.
Not ready yet. Your grave awaits.
Get that, get those two.
Need more time.
Yeah, what I really want to be doing is I want to be wearing braces on top of braces, because if I could get the Ancient Path and Defenders as well as these shield increasing potency things, nothing would ever get through unless it was like a one-on-one fight. Phase tank, all the explosions, I had all the arcane beams. As long as we attack fast enough, then our shield stays up, our life stays up.
Not ready. Dare attack me?
I think the more I'm playing it, the more I'm enjoying the Spectral Blade side of things. We could obviously switch Spectral Blade out for a different time, but again, trying to keep it with the lightning theme. But there is some good utility in there. There's one that I believe restores arcane power for every single person hit. That's good for keeping your resources up nice and high. And then there's probably ones that do extra damage, although I much prefer the extra range of the lightning one. It means we can stand out of stuff like that fire there and still get some killing going. Okay, we are getting there, I need another decent sized pack though.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Give me some blues or some yellows, anything that's going to drop delicious orbs. Okay, a Waller, that's a good sign. That means you, Copper Fang Lurkers. Alternating between both different skills there. So make sure we spread the damage out evenly amongst them. Grab that, and let's get this speed pylon. Oh my god, how fast are we attacking now? That's just insane. Wait, what can our shield get up to at this point? That was easily 2.4 million there. Yeah, it's just like a chainsaw. Like a mystic chainsaw. I quite love it. Hey, Petition. While we've got this speed, $2.7 million. That's what my shield went up to. That's a hell of a lot. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really say other than that is a lot. And with Simplicity's strength as well, we'd be healing up every single time we attack. Bracers, boots, belt, sword, bracers, ring. And some other bits and bobs. Okay, let's push the Wreath of Lightning up. And then Bane of the Trap. Of course, each of these, this one improving the amount of damage that mobs take by 0.3%. Wreath of Lightning improving the amount of bazap damage that happens. And Simplicity Strength just improving the plane... Ooh, hello. The plane damage for our Spectral Blade. Let's put attack speed up even further. 2.7 million with the speed pylon.
Well done.
Glorious development.
And let's ID these. Oh, that's the first time we found Doombringer. It is a very pretty weapon. An ancient Castirian Misguard. Bloody typical after we... Right, these are going to swap out for... these ones. They need the arcane re-rolling into lightning, of course, but... that's the thing, we're losing 20% damage by moving off these. Although I could re-roll something on this to make it better. Yeah, let's re-roll something on those. In the meantime, Veer's Swaggering Stance, I think we've already got spares of those. Yep, that can go. Restless Follow can go. Nagel Ring, that can go. And Fazula's Improbable Chain, we've got a spare already. So each of these can get salvaged up. Oh, Miriam. These wonderful things. What could we do? We could potentially re-roll critical hit chance or resist all. Let's do resist all. The other things are probably a bit too useful for us. We're not going to be able to re-roll that into it, are we? No. So resist all elements. It's a shame because it is a perfect resist all. We definitely don't want to re-roll the... Yeah, it's going to have to be the resist all. This is really frustrating. We'll keep the resist all until we get lightning skills. No. Better. Because 20% is a huge amount to drop. Come on. Give me the 20%. We've seen 20% on everything except lightning so far. Better. Come on. This game is just hating me at the moment. That being said, I have found a Bramwell Baldi's gift, so I am not hating on the game at all. It's been very generous to me. Alright, we'll give it another 2 attempts. One more try. Right, let's take us down to... Let's do another 13. We'll take ourselves down to 250 Forgotten Souls. That's mostly what I'm worried about, is that we're burning through all of our Forgotten Souls trying to get this extra 1, 2, 3%. Come on, this is not good. How many have we burnt on this now? Alright, last try. No. No. Game does not want to give, but we're still doing a little bit better than we were before. Okay, I think we're going to talk to Gadala very quickly, and we're going to ask for... What are we going to ask for? We're going to ask for shoulders.
Don't forget, luck always changes.
Oh my word, excuse me.
Well, isn't that nice?
Okay, they're worse than our current ones, even if we were to re-roll Explosive Blast into... Yeah, really, we just need Ancient ones. That's what we're looking for.
See you soon.
That is too expensive.
Okay, let's salvage these bits up. Okay, well, I think that's a good point for me to end that episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies for the sniffles and the slight foggy brain that I'm suffering from at the moment. I am going to be carrying on in just a moment, but I wanted to give you an update on how things are going with us. And I will be pushing on further and carrying this lightning build through as far as I can. So join me again next time for more Diablo 3. I'll see you soon.